Hi, so it's James here from Extinction Rebellion, South Australia, and we're down here at Glenelg Beach for the Heads in the Sand action, inspired by our fellow rebels interstate in New South Wales. And so I'm going to turn the camera around and get some shots of rebels. They've dug their holes and they're getting ready to bury their heads in the sand. So we've got some XR dogs here. And of course this week we've seen massive protests in Sydney. 20,000 people taking to the streets, with smoke-filled streets. And the Prime Minister still saying that we're doing enough to tackle climate change, which we all know is a lie. A report came out this week saying that out of 57 countries, we're the worst as far as climate action goes, and the Prime Minister's said that's not a credible report, so putting their head in the sand. We've got Rise Up singing here, leading a song, so we'll just listen to that for a bit.
Governments keep on lying. We will not be silent. No, no, no. We gotta go, go, go. Rivers and reefs keep dying. Governments keep on lying. We will not be silent. No, no, no. We gotta go.
Alright friends, now you get to have a really quiet, contemplative moment. Keep your heads down until you hear the strumming guitar. Heads in the sand.
The heads are in the sand. Not all the heads, the dog's got its head out, but everyone else. And a load of violet. And yes, we do have 3 demands. The government needs to tell the truth. We've got... Well, people enjoyed it so much they're going for another go. We've got... The dog doesn't know what to make of this, but it's like Dog's very happy. It's been given a mandate to dig holes in the backyard now. Okay, so
Alright everyone, so we're going to close out and we're on a beach, so let's stay on a beach because it's awesome. But you can all snuggle in so that you can hear, make sure including everyone up there, you're going to come down, take your business shoes off, put your feet in the sand. And I'm going to introduce Annie from the Action Support Team who's going to close us out.
Hello, beautiful rebels. Hello, snuggling so we can all hear. Woo, woo! Woo-wee, come on down.
You can sit down on the sand if you like, it's lovely. That's what beaches are for.
we've got everyone in their workwear, their business clothes.
Can you put your hands up at the back if you can hear me? Yep. Oh, beautiful. A bit louder. I think the microphone might be directional.
Yeah, come in close.
Come on in,
You guys come in that way as well.
So, hello again, beautiful rebels. Together, we just took another step towards the world we want for our future. Yay! Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. To close off this event, I'd like to invite you to get into groups of 3 or 4 and share 3 things about today and the future with each other. So the 3 things are something that you enjoyed about this event, something that you enjoyed about this event. I feel like maybe it's better if I don't use the microphone. Something that you enjoyed about.
Why don't we get people to know what you're saying?
Okay, so 3 things to share with each other in groups of 3 or 4. Something that you enjoyed about this event. Something that you found hard about being here or coming here. And something that you're going to do to take care of yourself over the summer holidays.
And if you heard that someone else didn't hear, can you pass the message on? Alright.
Just a couple of minutes, is that right?
A couple of minutes?
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's one of the great things about XR is the community, the emphasis on self-care and getting to know each other, and finding ways not to burn out, because it can be tough when things are going so badly around the world. So we have those structures built in place into the organisation to welcome people. We're going to speak to some people now. I've got Chris. He's I think lining up some people. So hi, we've got Deb here. Oh, that's it. I've ruined the first question, but can you tell everyone who you are?
Hi, my name's Deb. I'm here with Extinction Rebellion and I'm part of the Action Support Team.
Excellent. And what's brought you here? What's motivated you to come out and help out with XR?
I just really care about what's happening to the climate and what's going on, and the fact that the governments aren't listening and certainly aren't taking the kinds of action required. So I just think we all need to do whatever we can and actually support something that I can definitely do.
Excellent. And we move back a little bit and we see you wearing your yellow vest. You're a first aid, and there's so many roles that people can take in XR no matter what their skills and things are. So thank you for your work. Excellent. So we'll go find some other people. We'll talk to Chris, who's, if you've been following XR for a little while, might be a familiar face to you. And I've ruined your first question again, but can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Chris Johnson. I'm here doing some media messaging stuff for Extinction Rebellion.
Excellent. So Chris has done live streams in the past, so you might have seen his face there, and also helps out with IT, which is a skill that we need for XR. And why are you so motivated to help out?
I think because it's time that we actually move to civil disobedience. We've tried doing petitions, we've tried a whole bunch of other strategies, and now we need to disrupt and to create the disruption to move our governments to action. It's really the only way forward. And Extinction Rebellion is doing that. And in a supportive, friendly environment, it's great.
Excellent. And we can see we'll pan back to all the smiling faces.
Annie Gleason over here has a request. She handed out some words to the songs and would like to receive them back. Now I'd like to ask you just to take a minute to look around at your fellow rebels and smile and remember this, and remember that there's people standing with you when you go for holiday.
You won't recognise them out of their suit.
Okay, so we'll see if we can find any more people, and if not, we'll wrap things up. But
and also we've got some games. So if you'd like to stay on and have a picnic.
okay, so we've got another rebel here. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, my name's Yarrow. I'm a kindergarten teacher, so nearly every day I reassure numbers of children that I'm going to keep them safe while their mums or dads head off to work. And I start to feel like a hypocrite because I can keep them safe, or as safe as I can for that day, but I can't keep them safe from a changing climate. And many of them are going to live till the end of the 21st century and going to be seeing unimaginable change. Weeks like next week where it's going to be 42, 43, 44 are going to be the norm right throughout summer and possibly the rest of the year, and that is scary.
And climate anxiety is inevitably seeping through to them, and that young minds picking up all of that.
They do. They see that on the news. They see their parents talking about it, and parents often don't talk about it with children, but they want to talk about it. They want to feel that adults get this, that someone's in charge.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Yarrow.
And we're about to do a song.
Okay. We're about to finish off with another song, so...
We're going to get the starting note. La. Can everyone sing that La? Amazing. Can you sing the next note? La. La. Magic. Okay, here we go. When I work, let me work. Like a bee. Like a bee, wholeheartedly, wholeheartedly. When I play, let me play, like a breeze, light and free, Go together. And when we rise, like the sea, relentlessly. Again. And when we rise, all year and need a bit of a rest. But affinity groups are all still continuing to do all sorts of exciting things, so make sure you link up with an affinity group in your local area. And next year, like, we continue, we escalate, because we've got a lot of work to do, and we now don't have 12 years, we have 11 years. So we're going to need all of you, and we're going to need all of your friends. We value every part of everyone, and whatever you can do to be part of this movement is really, really meaningful. Have an awesome holiday season. If you have a placard, can you just pop it up against the wall so they can be retrieved? Thank you.
I'll get Annie to it.
And I think we're gonna wrap up in a second, but we're gonna find at least one more person to speak to, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay.
So what am I doing?
Okay,
Are you
excellent.
asking me questions? Because that's better if you ask questions.
James will ask you some questions.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, just.
Before we start, am I looking there or at you?
Well, we already have started, but it's a live stream.
Sorry.
But we'll edit that out later. No, we can't.
Hi there. I'm looking there.
Excellent. So, yeah, so just starting by introducing yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Georgie, and I'm in the Eastern Affinity group. Yeah, with XR.
Excellent. And can you just explain for people that might not know what an affinity group is?
Okay, so an affinity group is, it's a group within XR. So there's lots of, basically XR is made up of affinity groups. We all basically get together and we work on actions. Then we come and do the actions. We're all there for each other, so it's like the affinity thing is like we're there to be each other's buddy and to support each other with the actions. Without the affinity groups, XR wouldn't really be functioning.
And sometimes, with the bigger protests, there's not as much of an opportunity to catch up with people, and so it gives it an opportunity to build connections and resilience and things like that.
Exactly, and I think if you just come to a protest without knowing anyone, you kind of feel a bit lost and alone, and it's really nice to actually build connections. Like having your own affinity group means you've got each other's backs. You've got people there that you know, and obviously we work with other affinity groups too. We're not just just our own little group. We like to get to know everybody, and it's really wonderful actually having the affinity groups for that reason, but lots of other reasons too, because we can actually get together and socialise and actually plan some really cool actions. So moving forward, there are always actions happening. Like it's not just we just do one action and then that's it. We're just continually moving on and planning more and more.
Excellent. Just finally, what inspired you to get involved with XR to begin with?
Oh my God. Just found out about climate change in around 2004 and I lived in London, and people were sort of a bit more on board with it, the idea of climate change. I came back to Australia in 2006 and people just weren't as aware, and I couldn't believe there were so many people just didn't believe in it. And all these years later, there's still people that don't, that deny the truth. They don't actually believe in it, or they do, but they want to, the industry is too big. They don't know how to sort of tackle the issues that are stopping us. Like the fossil fuel industry, our reliance on exporting coal and gas and oil, and not just exporting it, but also just our reliance on those industries that we just bury our heads in the sand to what's actually going on with the climate crisis. So I just had to get involved. I felt like at least Extinction Rebellion's trying to do something, and so I was straight into it. As soon as it came here, I was like, I'm on board. Yeah.
Excellent. And just doing something is a way of feeling better about the anxiety and things as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming and speaking today. And I think we've got a whole lineup of other people who want to speak now. So thank you. Hi. So, can you just introduce yourself and let the people watching know a little about yourself?
I'm Jenny, and I live in Glenelg. I'm retired. I'm a mother and a grandmother. And I'm just appalled that politicians won't listen to scientists, and they think it's perfectly acceptable to mouth platitudes. I think the time for thoughts and prayers is all very lovely, but it doesn't do anything. And I think it's just not acceptable to abuse a 16-year-old Swedish girl who's actually standing up and saying what all of us believe in. And so I think we're running out of time. It's time to do something.
And have you been to many XR events before?
This is only my second one.
Your second one. And how have you found the experience of being involved?
Well, look, I think we have to do something. We have to do something to make ourselves heard. As I said, no one wants to listen to the science. The science is there in black and white, and we're running out of time.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming and speaking.
Hi.
Hi. So can you just introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Isabel, and I'm a member of XR SA, and I've been involved for quite a few months now. I got to the point where I just thought I can't do nothing anymore, that, as we are saying, time is running out, and just utterly frustrated with the political system and the politicians who are in complete burying their heads in the sand, as we've demonstrated today. And there is still hope, and being part of XR, I think, helps build that hope. It's great having like-minded people, a whole range of amazingly different people, all ages involved, passionate, and when I'm involved in these actions I find a great deal of hope in the support, and it's a wonderful feeling.
And there's so much time for building human connection and it's a place where you can talk about your concerns and anxieties, and just doing something makes it an easier load to carry as well.
It is, and I think calling them actions, we are taking action, and with any problem you have, once you actually start taking action, it doesn't feel as so dreadful anymore. You can feel you're doing something. And the way we operate in affinity groups, where you join with people who live in your own local area, and I think affinity is a great term for it, because you form great bonds and friendships with those groups of people. So I highly recommend get involved, people. Stop thinking about it and do it. Do it.
Okay, excellent. Well, another smiling face, another happy XR rebel, so I think we've got more people over here. No, I think that's probably enough. Sorry. Some misinterpretation of some sign language there, so I think we'll wrap it up now. So we've had a good day, a good turnout. We're going to take a break over Christmas, I think, and get excited for more actions again in the new year, both in South Australia and internationally. So hope everyone enjoys their break. Hopefully the bushfire season's not too, it doesn't escalate to any more than it already has, and we'll see you all in the new year.